What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Let me check my sound real quick. Oh, we're okay. How's everybody doing today? Gonna hop into Alpha right now. So I'm queued up for the PvP Islands again on my Prot Warrior that has the Azerite armor, which is the newer Prot Warrior. And these quests are all messed up. I want to see if Warfronts are maybe in again. So while I'm queued up, I'm over here trying to see if I can complete this. Let me set this up too. How are you guys doing today? Oh, this week, by the way, guys, this week is pretty tough. Haven't done the this week of Mythic Plus yet. I need to record my audio, edit it a little bit, but it shouldn't take me too long. I'll get that up after this stream. But this week is pretty tough, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I am queued up here for a PvP island. Hopefully something pops soon. If not, actually, let me I can queue up for both. Yeah, I can queue up for both. Also, this week is Raging, Necrotic, Tyrannical. So if you guys are planning on pushing high keys this week, good luck. You're probably going to need a Pridas to combat Tyrannical, and then with Raging and Necrotic, you know, every class has a different spec for a little bit more kiting on a tank. You're probably going to want to go a little bit more of that kiting spec, just so you can run away. What's up, Invasive? And that's because of the Necrotic. Now, Raging isn't the world's worst affix, to be completely honest, but it can add up. So both Raging and Necrotic, both of them are going to stop you from doing big pulls. So if you're used to running in somewhere and pulling half the dungeon, not gonna happen this week. Oh, got the dungeon pop. What's up, Max? How you doing, man? Oh, by the way, there is going to be raid testing on Friday. So as of this moment, I don't think we're gonna do the normal Antaurus run, just so that I can jump into that raid testing nice and early and actually get some footage and show you guys one of the brand new bosses and how it looks so far. It's only one boss as of right now, but yeah, it's gonna start at 1 PM my time, which is normally when I start the normal Antaurus run. So unfortunately, as of this moment, probably no normal Antaurus, just so that we can jump in there and do some testing. I miss Ignore Pain, guys. I miss any Ignore Pain. Like there's nothing to press anymore. By the way, Max, how are you liking Prot Paladin so far in the Alpha? Way too OP, right? Way too overpowered. And what's up, Demon Hunter? I don't know why, Demon Hunter, your messages actually didn't come out on my dashboard. I saw them over here on the side right now. Sorry about that. Oh no. Oh no, why this? I'm a Prot Warrior. I don't have cooldowns. Oh no. Oh, this is it, guys. This is where Prot Warriors go to die. Oh no. Max, you're gonna have an eye infection. That's where you can't see yourself going to work. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week, man. I'll be here all week if you need more of those. Just start rotating the cooldowns. Man, I can't believe we actually stayed alive through that. Honestly, we dipped really low at one point. My healer is sitting at a decent amount of mana, actually, 3/4. Wow. You might be sick. You want to experience that boss? Am I going to do the Horde testing on Horde side? Yes, I am. So I'm probably going to hop on a Paladin as well, just so that I can do either healing or tanking. Oh no. Okay, let's go left. We've never gone left, so let's give it a shot. Is there a mech jockey here? There's not. Ah, somebody pulled. So yeah, the testing, everything is going to be scaled, so you don't have to worry about having like dungeon gear or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go Horde side. I'll probably go Paladin just so that I can take either a tank or a healer, since I'm gonna be honest, guys, I have not played ARMS since Nighthold, and it's been changed a lot since then. So unless I like get on the alpha and just start doing more testing on a DPS warrior spec, I'll probably do it on a Paladin, to be honest. Okay, alright, got a good stun off. Been waiting for days for something from you. Did they add the missing talents yet? No, not yet, man. And sorry, it's just I've been a little tied up doing some other things, and look, I don't want to make you guys jealous, but when I tell you what I was doing, I'm sure you'll be jealous. I was, you guys ready for this? I was doing my taxes. Yeah? Yeah, I see the jealousy. I see it. You think the heal's probably going to get some weird tuning? Why do you say that? What do you think is going to be changed with healing? Oh, man, I'm getting beat up. Jeez. The heal hits a bit too hard. What heal are we talking about? You're talking about Flash of Light? Oh no. Oh no, why? Flash of Light, Holy Light, Light of the Martyr, Holy Shock. Which heal are you talking about? But yeah, they haven't added the missing talents yet, and I'll be back. I'll be back. I just, you know, having to do YouTube taxes, by the way, is not a very fun experience or anything I would recommend to someone. It's not very fun. Alright, we threw a stun out. Let me make sure this guy comes to me by throwing that thrown weapon at him. There it is. There it is. You know you want to come over here and heal up a little bit. This whole victory rush thing. Oh, the tank spec heal. You think it's a little too much? Everyone's saying that they're really upset that it got nerfed to the ground, but I honestly think it's not bad. It gives you the freedom to use it. Oh no, I died. My healer's at full mana. Oh, my healer is AFK. He's just, look at him. He's just chilling over there. Yeah, the new Paladin heal gives you the liberty to use it in wider situations. You don't have to have like a weak aura that tells you, hey, you're under this threshold, use it now, use it this second to maximize it. It allows you to use it in a wider variety of situations, but it doesn't heal for as much as it used to. So a little give and take, but this gives it more flexibility. The way it is now, it has more flexibility. There's some people back there too. It's gonna suck. What's up, Brian? Happy Wednesday. My healer's still AFK? Oh, he really is. Oh, no. I could have sworn he came back. I could have sworn when I ran back over here right now, he was good to go. But I guess not. I guess I'm just gonna die slowly. I don't have my heals per second like I do in Live Legion. Alright, this is gonna suck. Hopefully we can keep a CC going. You're still AFK, aren't you? Yeah. I need a healer. I need a healer. The broken bones are real. Got started late today, so you were worried you weren't gonna come out. Oh no, we're good, man. I'm here. We got Chain CC going over here. Nice. And yeah, I didn't have a chance to post up since I'm using Restream to stream both to YouTube and to Twitch. I've got a little bit of a weird delay. Like, you can't use Restream to set thumbnails. You can use it to set titles and then use it to stream to both. So I have to log into both and do the whole other thing. So I also can't schedule live streams via Restream. So there's a few things that I have to like. There's a few things I gotta hop out for. Hop around. That works a little bit better. And then do that. Okay. Oh no, he activated Mac. Let's just try to kite. I don't have a healer right now. Warriors come out and play. Oh man, it hurts. It hurts. I was thinking maybe they're going to do something else with Azerite armor, but as of right now, they haven't changed it up yet. Still the same talent points. I created a brand new character to see if they added the other pieces, but nothing so far. So still what we remember. Still the talent points we remember. Like, I'll start getting dodge right now once I start getting hit. I imagine if I get blocked, it doesn't actually count as taking a hit because I don't. Here's my bubble. And up. Alright. We're going to queue up. Waiting for someone. Yeah, I've got the dodge talent. But today when I logged on, this was nice and leveled up too. It wasn't scaling or anything. So hopefully now some of the additional things are kind of working. This is a relatively new tune as well. Alright, we've got a healer. Hey, we've got a healer. Alright, perfect. So, we've got ads behind this building. We've got ads to the right of us. We don't need to pull any of them. We just need to run right through this. Hopefully nobody body pulls, because we had a few body pulls earlier. That hurt. That hurt. Alright, we're good. Knocking these guys out. They can be interrupted. I was gonna. I know that they have one cast that can't be interrupted, one that has to be stunned, but I already threw out my stun. Oh, we've got an Ellie Shaman in here. Invasive. We've got an Ellie Shaman. I should be running logs too. I forgot. I forgot to run logs. I can't wait till the alpha goes to beta and then we can start getting like some add-ons in here, so it can just be much easier at a glance to look at things. Alright. Time for the boss. Everybody's here. Let's go. Earlier I did think that the Ellie Shaman was a healer because he does have Earth Shield around him, but Earth Shield is now baseline for everyone, so there's that. Yeah, we've got baseline Earth Shield for everyone. And I don't know if it's like the old Storm Shield and Water Shield, and the new Earth Shield is castable only on self. Unless you're Resto, then you can cast it on tank, but he's using it on himself. So I don't know. You're disappointed in what you've seen on Ellie Shaman changes so far? There's a lot of changes. You're gonna miss the gust of wind so much. I mean, there's definitely a disparity between some groups, because sometimes this boss is taking, like right now. Oh no, I got the bomb thrown at my face. Oh hey, it actually hits the boss now. You guys see this? It's actually hitting the boss now. Okay, that's good. so many changes, and the Azerite armor hasn't fixed it yet, but we've also only seen like one piece of Azerite armor change. Look at that, it's hitting the boss now. What happens? Oh no, that one hit me. The two hit me. How come two of them hit me and only one hit him? Oh no, I'm gonna go down. No, that's weird. I hadn't seen it hit him at all, but now I guess it does. Maybe he needs to be standing directly on top of it to actually trigger it. Let's see. Run on top of the bomb. Okay, he's right on top of both of them. Nope, they only hit me. Oh yeah, I got 3 bombs on me. None on him. I don't know how to reliably get it on him. Still hopeful. There's a lot of time. Yeah, there's 4 months. 4 months to work things out. Alright, I'm not on my Demon Hunter, so I can't pull all the things right now, unfortunately. As much as I would love to, I can't. I'll go down to that really easily. And invasive, I'll tell you what, if I'm still hopeful about warriors, you can be hopeful about shamans, man. Because warriors right now, this hurts, man, this hurts. Alright, we got a stun going on them right here, and then I've got to move them. We got a Pat coming. Nope, Pat's here. I don't know who Pat is, but they're here. Alright, let's knock this out. Oh, more than just Pat. Here it is. Another sapper, and those sappers are going to be the ones that drop bombs when they go down. So this is really going to be painful right here. So once I see this sapper getting low, where is he? There he is. Jump out. Throw my shockwave. Run away. Here's another sapper right now. There's another sapper about to go down right now. There it is. Oh, let's get the hell away. Use my heal. There's another sapper right there. And then the Earth Shaper. Perfect. Textbook pull. Now we cleared the whole. I said I couldn't pull the whole thing. Look at that. We got it. We got it all done. But yeah, man, if I'm hopeful about warriors, you can be hopeful about shamans. Can't even get up there. Alright, knocking these guys out. Let's throw out a stun. We've got one bomb going out over here. Let's move a little bit from that. Let's start kiting these guys. I don't want any of them to start running away in fear of combat and run into this group. So, gonna pull them over here. A little bit more controlled. We can't really pull the shark. These aren't land sharks like the other ones are. So we don't have to worry about too much. Alright, so there are the Earth Shapers are the only ones still alive. And there it is. Alright, let's see how this part goes. Normally we'll get a ninja pull over here, like a body pull on that side. Alright, let's knock these guys out. There it is. We called it. We called it. I'm being stunned right now. Alright. So we have one sapper in this pool, which isn't too bad. So when we have that one sapper go down, we're gonna have a ton of bombs landing on the ground. We're gonna have to move. I'm gonna move downhill. I'm gonna need to pop shield wall right now. This is a ton of damage going out on me. Sapper's getting low. Not down yet, but getting low. There was a sapper. Oh no, here it is. Here's a sapper right now. Let me just run away. Perfect. Alright. Alright, let's keep knocking these guys out. So again, the big thing with these guys is when they start casting that one, Furious Quake right there. I do want to stun them out of that. Or run the hell away. So you do want to run away from that. It's a giant AoE that does a ton of damage. And it actually slows you down by a lot. So it's very hard to get out of it. So once you see it being cast, you don't want to be in the AoE. And you don't want to be you don't want to be in the AoE for getting slowed or for the damage. Alright, so this is a slightly bigger pool, but we don't have any elites. We don't have many elites in here. We got the one Stone Fury, and that's about it. And there's a Furious Quake. Got stunned out of it. Perfect. I think it was a Dragon's Breath. A little mini stun out of it. Alright, let's get a stun out. Oh, and another mini stun. Very nice. This group is on it. They've got a lot of good mini stuns going. See, here's a slow. 60% of a slow. And a decent amount of damage. Alright, we're good. Keep moving on. Both of these non-elites. Uh-oh. What I meant to say was everything. All of the things. Now you can't interrupt them outside of that cover. And that's just going to be channeled unless you stun them. So my shield block is down. My demo shout is down. I'm going to throw out my stun. There was one sapper going down. We have one more sapper up and they're about to go down. There it is. So there are the bombs. There it is. There are the bombs. And we're good. Just take this guy out. Now the next boss, you know, I still don't fully understand the next boss because you can CC two of his guys, right? But then he can enrage them, and if he enrages any of them, that just means that they kind of like break out. So he's going to make all of his NPCs that are not CC'd kind of start doing an AoE right now. So he's got the Pulse. Now all the little guys are going to be doing the Resident Quake. And then he's going to start enraging some of them. So here we have the Infusion. Oh, now they're almost all broken except for one of them now. So the Infusion got cast on this guy right here. So this guy's going to take increased damage. So we got to take him out. So it's almost down. Here we're going to have another Infusion. So we're going to have another one raging. Here it is. This one's at full HP. And then he's going to start pulsing right now too. So this is really going to be doing a good amount of damage. Enraged and pulsing. And there it is. He's going to start chasing. We've got to take him down. See, the last one is now broken free. And I don't know if anyone targeted it or if it got, you know, enraged right here. So I don't know if those CCs are kind of like the Morose traps. After a certain amount of enemy HP percentage lost by the boss, they just kind of break free. But they have their own aggro table. They're just going to chase whoever they want. So as a tank, the one thing you can do is kind of help DPS them. Maybe throw out a few stuns. But there's nothing you can do to pick these guys up. There it is. Alright, no loot, no loot. I really want to do another PvP island. Or a Warfront. I'd be really happy if Warfronts were implemented at this point. I know they basically are in there. You just can't access them at the moment. Alright, let's pull this group over here. This is going to be one of the smaller and easier groups to deal with. Alright, so hopefully we don't pull the Mastermind. Masterminds are terrible. That's going to be the worst part of this dungeon. Masterminds. Just easily the Masterminds. There's like no competition as to what the worst part of the dungeon is. Alright, I'm going to pull these guys over here. Just going to make some safe space over here for us to be able to run into. So we do have the Mastermind right behind here, and hopefully we don't get that pulled. Have any of you guys walked into Mythic Plus this week? I've done one so far, and yeah, it's a pretty rough week. Pretty rough week. Alright, one Mastermind. Here we go. Yeah, my healer's got good mana. Alright, so now to the guy who's uninterruptible, unstunnable, unsnarable, and steals HP, does a ton of damage, AoE. This guy is just terrible. All the things you don't want in a mob, that's this guy. Oh, and he's got like a 3 times the HP of normal. You saw him right there. He healed up from about 40% up to about 70. I do think that when you run Mythic Pluses, what you'll probably end up doing is, if you're running really high keys, avoiding the Masterminds. Maybe something like an Invis pot. Avoiding the Masterminds. These guys on Fortified or on Raging or Necrotic, where they can't be stunned, they can't be snared, knocked back, anything, they're going to be pretty bad. Uh-oh. Got a little bit of a body pull here. And then we had the silence go out. So that messed up my healer too. But we're good now. We're recovering. We can do this. Alright, so let's keep going on over here. We've got one more pull. Let me pull these guys back. Hopefully they don't throw a silence out immediately. Alright, we do have a Mastermind that's going to be behind me. But hopefully nobody pulls it. The Mastermind is padding right around here. But we don't have to pull it. Oh, we pulled the other group. Alright, we're gonna pop shield wall. This is like in it to win it. This is a lot of damage going out right now. Oh, we've got another group too. Alright, so this is a triple pull. Alright, I'm just gonna start kiting a little bit because that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Now, I've got aggro on the large majority of this. There it is. I let my healer recover a little bit. We're all good now. Oh, we also got a Earth Elemental down. So I'm going to let that kind of take over for a little bit. That's too much. That's too much for my poor warrior. Alright, Earth Elemental went down. We only have 3 guys up. That was a very good Earth Elemental. I'm very glad they're trying to bring back a little bit of utility, trying to give back people a little bit of these things that can help you survive in that clutch moment. Just out of curiosity, are you guys more interested in BfA or in WoW Classic? Just interested to know. I do have all my cooldowns down. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright, I'm trying guys. I'm trying to survive here. I've got the big monk healing cooldown on me right now. As soon as that goes off, I'm gonna pop a rallying cry. There it is, rallying cry. Let's get some shield blocks up. Without shield wall, this pull sucks. Look at that. That pull is terrible. Although we got it down pretty low. We don't have a... Oh, we do have a B-res. We've got a DK. Oh, not a shaman. Never mind. Never mind. I saw what looked like runic power. BfA for you. You don't know about classic yet. And then invasive. Do you want classic to be exactly what classic was, or do you want a few quality of life changes? Like, do you want AoE looting and LFG? Do you want, I don't know, what else? Do you want the old school textures, the old school vanilla textures and models? Do you want the new ones that got introduced like in Wrath and Kata? You want a couple of changes, LFG for sure. Are you also okay with how classic WoW had some classes be completely not viable? Or do you want them to rework some of the classes, try to make them all viable, try to make it so that Shadow Priests aren't completely terrible and go in a fight that lasts 10 minutes? Classic is classic, no changes. What's up, Epic? Feral Druid, you believe that classic is classic, no changes? Don't touch it, just let it be. Do you guys think with how we do things now, with all of the added information we have, as opposed to when we were all playing vanilla, we didn't have that much theory crafting, that many sites dedicated to doing guides. Thoughtbot, as much as it had data mine things, it didn't put things together. It was just more individual items. Do you guys think with the way things are now, we are going to find specs that used to be unusable now are going to be usable because of added knowledge and because of how we understand the game now? You can only make so many changes and still call it classic. Keep classic as classic. Vanilla textures would be dope. Yeah, I mean, I think I've mentioned it once or twice. RuneScape does this, where they have RuneScape Classic and then the new RuneScape. And what they did is they took the old school game of RuneScape, textures, everything, and then they put a development team on it. So after a while, the RuneScape Classic started evolving. And so, do you guys want Classic to always be Ubers, MC, BWL, and Nax, and that's it? It's never going to change? Classic can be out for 10 years and it's never going to go beyond Nax? Or do you guys want Nax to have its own development team that just adds more level 60 content? Like, just more and more tiers, more and more, like, different ways of gearing up. Like, what do you see? Do you just want Classic to only be that Naxx experience and that's it? The non-viable specs were just not designed correctly. Yes, I agree. So, would you want them to touch him? Would you want them to just be like, hey, you know what? Shadow Priests now have, you know, this much more MP5. Because back in the day, you had a few things like Wizard Oil and stuff that gave you, I don't know, that was introduced in BC. But what if they were like, hey, you know, you have more mana per 5 seconds, and now Shadow Priests are okay. Now they're viable. Or do you think that since they weren't designed correctly, that's just how it should be? Everybody remembers that boomkins aren't a thing. So no boomkins, no Shadow Priests. They'll need a different project for that, in your opinion. So they should leave. They should have WoW Classic servers remain Classic forever, and then have a different development process for expanding on WoW Classic. Vanilla will be much easier now that we have more knowledge and resources. Yes, especially now that we've had private realms for so long. Like in private realms, there's a lot of weird things that you don't remember about vanilla. Even though, you know, for the most part, they are playing vanilla. The boss encounters aren't simulated perfectly how they used to be, but the builds themselves, the player builds, they're really interesting. They're very different. Oh no, that guy got a bomb on him. He's almost dead. After 1 or 2 years, they're going to suggest to release the next expansion. Yeah, but I feel like there's some people that want vanilla WoW forever. So are they really going to make private realms for every single expansion? Because I feel like there's some people who just want vanilla WoW always and forever, don't touch it. Nice. They got my back, man. This group's got my back. Once you start making changes, it's not Classic. But what if they just start adding, you know, another tier? So after Naxx, once you're done with Naxx, they introduce a whole new raid. Just for the people that are getting to endgame, you know. What if like, okay, when we talk about vanilla, you had a lot of resistances. You would use frost resistance gear in Naxx against what was his name? Sephiroth, whatever that dragon was. You would use fire resistance gear against Onyxia. You had some nature resistance gear when you were climbing through DM and stuff. Would you ever want them to be like, well, here's another one with shadow resistance gear? Like, you're gonna need shadow resistance gear for this raid. This raid is called, you know, I don't know, something to do with N'Zoth or something like that. One of the old gods. Oh, you need a nature resist for AQ as well. But what if they add another tier after Naxx? You still get the level 1 through 60 gearing up from RFC or Dead Mines all the way to Naxx, and then you just have something a little bit on top of that. Is that at that point completely broken? They didn't change any of the classes. They didn't do anything. They're just releasing a little bit more content. If non-viable specs could be salvageable, then private server community would have done that. There's actually some specs that have become viable because of the way you can play them. For example, we look at something like feral druids, and feral druids can be viable if you go out and you farm Gnomeregan. There's a weapon there that gives you like haste, and it has certain charges. You just need to go farm it a few times, get a few of those charges up. There's also a helmet that's like a level 40 helmet that when you transform you get free energy. But nobody back in the day was like, hey, let me equip a level 40 helmet because that's going to be better at level 60. But now that we have simulations, if you time that energy tick at the right moment, you actually do get an increase in energy. So there's certain specs that have seen some very interesting and weird theory crafting where it actually does end up becoming viable. But that's not because of the developers. That's because the players found different gear that can lend itself to making that spec viable. Now, it takes a lot more work than some of the other specs that everybody was playing, like a very geared up Fury Warrior or something like that, but it still becomes viable. What's up, Frog Barrel? How you doing, man? Oh, let's pick these guys up. Frog Barrel, I hope you enjoyed your pizza and beer. Alright, so here we've got, is it going to hit the edge of that? Maybe. Maybe. No, it didn't. Okay. So we've got to get this guy to kind of like blow up on top of all these things. So he hasn't been targeting me. He's been targeting, there it is, he's targeting our mage. Gonna go out in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully now that the ads are clear, we can all, there it is, he's on me. Perfect. Yep, just run over there. Blow up with that. Let's rinse and repeat. No, not over there. No. Make him blow up. What's up, Chaos? How you doing, man? Private servers have a world tour buff path for getting buffs around the world to trivialize raid bosses. Or to trivialize the bosses, not classic. We didn't do that crap in classic. I know. In classic, there just wasn't enough of those resources. It was Thoughtbots, and it was the comment section in Thoughtbot, and that was it. And Thoughtbot, the comment section, was more used for like questing and quest items. Like, hey, yeah, the coordinates in this, you know, download Alpha Map, make sure you have Alpha Map, and the coordinates are here and here, and that's where this item drops. That was the biggest use probably of Bot. Nobody was in Thoughtbot discussing full-on guides and rotations and, you know, all sorts of things. It just didn't happen. Edgelord Shadow Palace, that's the one. You see, you know the new dungeon. The Cathedral of the Eternal Edgelord. So, I did get a little bit of Azerite, but I didn't get any loot today. Alright, let's jump out of here. Hopefully our island is going to pop. You sure they've thought of all this? I'm sure they're going to have a plan. Whatever they do is going to be pretty fair. Yeah, but I like to know your guys' opinion as well. Because right now, I mean, right now they don't even have a full development team for WoW Classic, I don't think. I think they're still hiring. So, as much as they have probably their own vision, I think these questions are on the table for them, but I don't think they're answered yet. I don't think they know for sure. And it's going to be interesting to see whenever they start doing WoW Classic. I think they're going to have an extended beta period. That's going to be even more than like this. Even more than like 5 months, 6 months for alpha beta. I think they're going to be in beta for at least 6 months. Probably a little bit more. Because, you know, WoW Classic is a little bit more of a project of love. Like you've got to hit the nostalgia perfectly fine. You've got to find a good balance, because there's not that many people that avidly play WoW that also played Classic anymore. Like a lot of the people started playing, you know, Wrath Kata. You know, it's hard to find people who are hardcore into the game during Classic. Like, whether you knew about it or not, whether you knew about the game or not is different, but being hardcore into it, I don't think there's that many players left. If you farm Normer 10 times prior to raid to get the crowd pummeler to last throughout the raid, oh yeah, that stuff, it didn't happen too often, but if that's the only way to play Kitty, I'm sure there's going to be some people out there that are like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The only raid prep was for pots. Also, no, well, raid prep was also, let's go get my crafted gear, you know? Like, I know how to craft, the ice resistance blacksmithing pieces. Like, you know, some of the preparation was also just farming mats, getting ready for the raid that way. How do I... Last time I got up here on my Demon Hunter, I think. Malaysian coconut curry? Nice, man. That sounds delicious. No one on your server took their whole raid around prior to raid? It's true. Like, a lot of things that happen in private servers don't happen in live servers. I agree. I'm just saying that nowadays in private servers of making certain other things work. Your first rag down or two, you'd go to Ubers for that fire resist buff. That helps too. Locks farm shards, mages made a ton of water. Yeah. Tank spot post back in the day, yes, that was the place to be if you were a tank. Biggest thing that was an issue for you was running instances, tank healing, leaving after all the prep to get a group together. Yeah, that's why you have to be a tank or a healer yourself, so that you eliminate 50% of that equation. And you have no desire at all to play a remade classic. Wow, okay. So if they brought back, or when they bring back WoW Classic, Frog, you are not gonna play it. You're telling me you're only gonna play Classic if they bring it back with BOAs. Can you imagine how upset people would be if they brought back WoW Classic with BOAs? That would be a DOA product. Nobody would want to touch that. Why are these guys mad at me? I'm just trying to kill their bosses. That's it. What's up, New Era? How you doing, man? It's a cool idea and all, you want to see what they do with it, but to you, retail is so nice and polished. Why would you go back? It's true. The main reason for going back is honestly nostalgia. That's really it. This is where this game differs a lot from other games that have done this, where they have a retail and they have a like an older version. Because normally those guys have more of a fork where the development is like, we're gonna go this way. Everybody has an outcry, and they just let you choose which way you want to go. But in WoW, it's, you know, nobody has their vanilla characters anymore. It's not like, hey, you'll get your old bank account back. No, it's like we're all gonna start from zero. How come I can't see my quests? I just gotta do it this way. There's no boats. No boats. There it is. Knock him out. I don't see any other boats. There it is. Perfect. Somebody else was over here knocking out these boats. If you play Vanilla WoW, you're playing your Warlock again. And also, like with Vanilla WoW, are you guys okay with Alliance having Paladins and Horde having Shamans and it being exclusive again? Or would you want a Paladin on Horde side? Would you want a Shaman on Alliance side? There's a few of these things that are like, they're hard. There's gonna be an undo button because that's how it was back in the day. But does everybody want the undo button? Vanilla WoW is much harder than WoW we play now for leveling. I think if we're going to talk encounters like bosses and raids, there's no way. Vanilla WoW was way easier. It was a lot grindier and a lot more about preparation. I agree. Like before you even get to try Onyxia, you know, if you don't want to get really close to failing or anything like that, have your fire resistance gear, have your cloak, do all of that stuff beforehand. So it's a lot more preparation, but I wouldn't say that it's more difficult. The leveling is more difficult because you have less resources given to you. There's less freebies, there's no BOAs, there's no scaling gear. It's just a bunch of shitty greens, you know, that you're equipping. It's like playing the Iron Man competition nowadays. But in terms of encounters, no, I think if they bring back Vanilla WoW and they bring back the bosses exactly how they were, we're not gonna see the grind before that was like, hey, death and taxes. It took them 90 days to kill Doomlord Kazakh. I think it's not gonna be that difficult. They're gonna knock it out. I have to keep reloading. These quests are bugged, but I really want it to lead me to a Warfront. Come on. Awesome in-game event. All right. What? You can't fly? No mount to level 40? No LFR? No free flight pass? Elite mobs are hard to kill. The struggle is real. Yep. It's all gonna be coming back. Mage, you gave up at a level 57? Ouch. Go back to what it used to be. They should keep certain class races, Horde, Alliance side. Okay. How do you queue for LFR in Classic? You don't. You don't. How many tickets do you think are going to be submitted to the dev team? Of people going, hey, I'm trying to find LFR. Like, I don't even know where my LFG button is. I try to queue up for a daily heroic, but I don't see the button on where to queue up for that daily heroic. I don't see where's my daily heroic button so that I can get teleported to my heroic and get it done. So what if they did that? What if in Classic they added heroic dungeons, heroic 5-mans? So that once you're done with like MC or BWL, there's still a challenge in 5-mans. I am all out of quests here. Warfronts, come on. Somewhere. Show me. Go back to meeting in Ironforge to inspect your gear just to do upper or lower. Yep. You were Horde side on the Shattered Hand. You had Skyfang and Death and Taxes to fight in BGs. Wow. Submit tickets that your flying is broken on Argus. Oh man. You're that guy. You're that guy. Mythic Plus and Vanilla WoW. No, not Mythic Plus. I don't think Mythic Plus would be a good system for Vanilla WoW. Just because you have, like, mana was a real resource back in the day. There wasn't a whole lot of things, like a whole lot of foods or anything that you could have for like MP5 or anything. I don't think Vanilla WoW would work. I don't think Mythic Plus would work with Vanilla WoW. Sorry, I really don't see that working out. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. There's nothing here. So I'm still queued up for this island. Let me where's the guy? Where's the guy? Do I have their hearth back? I think so. That's a weird way of doing things, Blizz. Blizz Alpha's broken. Blizz Alpha's broken. Alright, let's just go back. Mythic Plus and Classic? Really? You guys think it'd be cool? I don't think there's enough. Like nowadays in Mythic Plus, we can keep this going because we have a lot of mana recovery. We have foods that give us mana recovery out of combat, HP recovery. We have all these talents that keep us going in combat, and Vanilla WoW didn't have that. Vanilla WoW, you know, everything was a very big resource. Like you didn't have a lot of things that were resource free. Everything was very resource intensive. I have mail? Where do I pick up said mail? Let's search for mailboxes. No, we can't. There it is. Also, this Friday, I did mention it earlier, but this Friday there is going to be raid testing for the new raid here on the Alpha build, so I'm going to be doing that. So as of right now, I don't think we're going to do the normal Antorus run this Friday. And this guy right here, if you guys are in the Alpha, this guy right here will be able to teleport you to that raid dungeon. So on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific, they're going to start that testing, which is normally around the time where I hop off the Alpha, hop over to live, and start doing that normal run. But I really want to do some raid testing. See this new boss. If you are done in Classic, then go play BfA. Wait, Max. What if they make a different subscription service for both of them? What if I pay for a sub for Classic, and then I'm not paying for a sub for BfA? You're telling me I'm gonna have to change that sub around? Oh, and how is Classic gonna be when we have Warcraft logs for Classic? People are gonna be parsing in Molten Core, parsing in BWL. It's gonna be interesting. And you're right, New Era. I overlooked the thought that we have ranked spells in Alpha. So mana management did come from that a lot of times. A lot of times you had 2 or 3 different ranks of things on your bars, depending on how your tank was doing. Is there a raid Alpha opens up this weekend? On Friday. So in 2 days at 1 p.m. Pacific. Do you need 120 or can you do it at 110? You hop in at 110, they scale you up to 120. So you can create a brand new toon. It doesn't matter what gear you have at all. Like, it doesn't matter any of this. I'm probably going to do it on a paladin so that I can either heal or tank, just so that I can see it from 2 different perspectives. Sub for Niller. I'm just saying. I doubt that they'll do a subscription service for both that's separate. It'll probably be one subscription service for both. But just, you know, just throwing a wrench in there. You'll pay for 2 subs if you need to. The paladin. Yeah, the thing is, I want to be able to join in as different roles just in case, because I really want to test this boss. And if all I'm doing is tanking, there's only 2 tanks per raid, so it might be a little bit difficult to hop in as a tank only. So I'd much rather see the boss rather than say I'm only gonna do this as a tank. You think there's another streamer that's starting a raid Horde at about 3 p.m. Eastern? 3 p.m. Eastern would be 1 hour early, unless they're going to start forming the group 1 hour early and then jumping in. Yeah, I definitely want to hop in. That means that hopefully, like, general chat is a little bit more alive. Like right now, nobody's talking in general chat because I think you're going to need to hop in there with a pre-made group. So we're going to need 10 people. By the way, guys, this teleport right here takes you to the Motherlode, that 5-man dungeon that we just did. This is the world entrance as of this moment. Very weird. It's like just on a harbor. Alright, let's see. They haven't added any new dungeons yet. Unfortunately, I really want them to, but they have not. There are 2 servers. Which am I on? I think I'm on Sylvanas. What is this week's Mythic Plus? Raging, Necrotic, and Tyrannical. So, all terrible things. So new era this week is tough for Mythic Plus. Raging, Necrotic, Tyrannical. So Tyrannical bosses can one-shot you if you're not ready for the big hits, and then you have Necrotic as well and Raging. So sometimes you're gonna have to run into a Raging group to kind of maintain aggro, maintain threat on them. There is Sylvanas and Anduin. Yeah, I believe I'm on Sylvanas. I definitely want to see how they implement the Heart of Azeroth and the rest of these points. You just purchased BfA yesterday and you have Alpha? You have Alpha already? Wait, did you get the Alpha before you even purchased BfA? Did they let you go in before the purchase? That's interesting. They were like, we really want you here. Oh, mailboxes. Where is this mailbox? I've got like free loot or something. How is there no in out here? Show me a mailbox. There's also this one guy out here. Let me show you guys. There's this guy out here who's got this guy. The Mind Teaser. His name is Ridla, the Mind Teaser. And you do all sorts of weird riddles for him, but it says that he still needs rewards. And yeah, I did the riddles the other day, and then at the end it says gives some kind of cool reward, but nothing yet. I don't think there's any mailboxes here. At least I don't. Are they dueling? No. So you've seen that he was doing the raid. So you paid for BfA. Oh, and you got the Alpha immediately? Wow. Wow. Okay. Look, someone at Blizzard must love you if they gave you the Alpha access immediately. Just imagine Raging, Necrotic, Teaming, and Fortified. So whenever we have like the MDI, I would imagine that at least in my head, I always thought that like the finals were gonna be something ridiculous like that. That they were gonna do 3 regular affixes and like a fortified or a tyrannical on top of it. So instead of just 2 and tyrannical or fortified, they were gonna do 3 and tyrannical fortified. But they never did it that crazily, that heavy. But yeah, if they did something like bolstering, necrotic, teaming, fortified, or you know, something a lot, or bursting, I don't know, bursting, raging, bolstering, you know, so your pulls have to be small, but they didn't do that. But I was half expecting on the first MDI for them to go really crazy. They did one dungeon where they did 3 regular affixes. The Nightborn can drop a mailbox. Isn't there like a toy that does it? Oh, great. Toys don't carry over right now. Look at this. I have none. No toys. Is there... There's no... Oh, it's a guild perk, isn't it? Yeah, no, that's just a guild bank. You've been a sub for forever with multi-accounts, so it may have something to do with that. Oh, okay. So you got it on one of your accounts on your main account? I mean, that increases your odds by a lot. You were a little disappointed during last year's MDIs. Why? Why is that? I thought they were okay. Oh, look, I want you guys to see this. Wait, where is it? Where is it? If I turn this off, you guys see that in general chat? Did they not give Prot Warriors any kind of damage mitigation now? Ouch. Ouch. No. No. I responded shield block and tears. That's it. That's all you have. Am I going to jump into Mythic Plus later? Yes. Yes, I am. I wanted to jump in here and see if they had changed anything. I want to do a PvP island again. As of right now, I don't see many changes to the warriors. We still have like these empty talent points. Despite all our rage, this talent is just not yet implemented on this page. Get it, get it, get it, guys. It rhymes. Why, Blizzard? Just show me. You didn't watch any, but you heard the best groups were DK and 4 monks. Oh, that was for the so this year to get, if you remember, like back in the days, they had the arena test realms, and the arena test realms, once you proved yourself to be competitive in that space, they allowed you to go into a private server where you could get like whatever gear you wanted. You created a brand new tune. They gave you a lot of things. So this year for the MDI, they did something similar, where if on live you did high enough keys and you were in like the top 100 or whatever, you would qualify and you could get access to the private server. So on the private server, you could literally buy the keystones. So what people were doing was they would just buy all the keystones and they would run 1 tank 4 DPS. So once you ran that 1 tank 4 DPS, if you had a wipe, you literally ran out of the dungeon, you bought another keystone, you put it back in, and you did the dungeon again. And so you had an infinite amount of keys that you could buy at the level that they wanted you to do them, and you would just buy them and try. What's up, Kyreek, over on Twitch? How you doing? So yeah, over at the MDI, they had a lot of that. They were basically, it was basically you have to have the perfect run, and everybody was just resetting and trying to get that perfect run with 1 tank 4 DPS, because 1 tank 4 DPS is going to give you the best time. It's going to give you the best time. You know, if you don't waste that spot on a healer, you're good. Glad to see I'm on Twitch. Yeah, I'm streaming to both now. Streaming to both.
Do you know who I am? I pray we chose our allies well.
Oh, it was teaming, explosive, and bolstering. See, that's a good one. The finals were disappointing. Oh, what's up, Dragula? Yeah, I remember you, man. How you doing? All right.
Speak your business. Greetings.
I don't think these PvP islands are gonna happen. I'm gonna go queue up for a normal island at this point. Finally got some time off. Glad you caught me live. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're here. I'll change around the chat right now. Give me a second. Which one is it? It's this one. And we've got that. Alright. Nice. Still haven't done an all-tank run yet? I have not. I have not. I mean, the only other person I ever tank with is my co-tank, and that's it, right? That's it. My guild has, I want to say in my guild there's 2 other people that have played, that have like alts that are tanks, but there's no other like, there's not a lot of other tanks in the guild. I want to say there's just 2 people that I can think of right now that have some other tanks, but they're not, you know, they're not their main focus on gearing up or anything like that. Excuse me, Chaos? You did what? I don't think that's vegan, man. I don't know how anyone feels about that. Got a wholesale bag of Peruvian chocolate. Nice. Join the kill as a tank. I think as of right now we're starting to really die down with the rating because we're done, and most people, you know, our numbers are even at this point. Every now and then we'll only have like 8 or 9 people on for a weekly run. So I think at this point it's kind of just till BfA launches. You sure, Chaos? That's what it sounded like, man. It'll last you over a month. That is a ton of chocolate. It's either a ton of chocolate or you just kind of like nibble at it just a little bit. I'm gonna queue up for a regular island. I don't think a lot of people want to do PvP islands. It's looking like most people are like, no, we don't want to jump in there. Rating and mythics are fading a bit. Yeah, most people have all the gear they want. I think at this point most people are just leveling and trying to catch up so that when BfA launches they have a choice of, like, you know, whatever class they want. They're probably gonna level as little as maybe like 3 classes or up to all of the classes, so that when live launches they'll just be like, yeah, I can just pick any of these classes. BfA is gonna look good for shamans, for example, or for death knights, or, you know, whatever they want to play at the time. So most people, I think, are doing that at this point. The guild has doubled in size. What? Nice.
How you doing, man?
Gotta get to the airport. Right back, Era? Let me just walk on over to the airport real quick. That guy is called a facilitator repairing. He doesn't repair gear.
Show me your coin, and I will show you my way.
Oh, I can see how stables work even though I'm not a hunter. Islands with no PvP. Instant. Really. Nobody wants to PvP. Let's hope PvP isn't as dead as it is in live. I like me some PvP. I plan on leveling with PvP enabled. That's the hope and that's the dream. Alright, islands. Now this isn't a mythic island or anything like that, so it shouldn't be too crazy difficult. Here's a bunch of non-elites. We've got, let's see. Oh, I've got a healer. Perfect. I've got a healer, I've got 1 DPSer, so as of this moment, I'm going to be able to do some relatively big pulls, so I don't have to worry too much. Alright, so let's get our lock rocks. I don't have that on a bar. Let's put it over here on the right hand side. We've got a bunch of, what is these, non-elites? Yeah, they're a bunch of non-elites. I don't see any elites up there. Sometimes there's an elite up on top of the island. Like, I've seen a few right up here, right where that like non-elite crab is, right next to a node of Azerite. That's not the case right now. And you guys actually saw, while I was actually telling you guys about that, this guy did hit me with one of these white swipes. Hardly does any damage. So unlike that time where we ran into the mythic dungeon when they were open for like a week, this wasn't too bad. Alright, since I do have that healer, I'm going to be pulling just a little bit more than normal. I do have another elite here on me. This priest right here, Venom Priest. By the way, something I find a little bit interesting. Blizzard updated a new patch, a new balance patch for Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 has been a game that has hardly received anything, and as far as I was concerned, it was dead. But it got a new update patch very recently. I think I think they're trying to prepare and train for more RTS games. I'm not trying to say Warcraft 4 is confirmed. I'm just saying they're sharpening their RTS game skills for some reason. And I don't know why. And I wish I knew why. But there's no reason to release a balance patch for Warcraft 3, what, 12 years after its heyday? 10 years? Yeah, maybe more like 10 to 12 years after its heyday. I just thought that was a little weird. I used to play a lot of Warcraft 3 back in the day as well. You're going Blood DK for BfA? Nice. They're definitely going to still be a strong class. They haven't gotten a lot of things removed. In fact, all they've really gotten is things added. So yeah, Blood DKs are going to be in a very good spot. So I got one interrupt off. I can't get the second one off. So hopefully someone else can help me with the interrupts on this pull. Alright, I got a stun off on that, but my interrupt is about to come off cooldown. There it is. We can interrupt that. Let's move the hell out of that. Warcraft 3 feels good, man. Dude, I love I used to love Warcraft 3. I played it a lot. That's actually how I got into Dota, was old school Dota as a custom map on Warcraft 3. But it's a little weird that they're releasing updates for it. Balance patches. I'm just saying, I think they might be trying to hone their skills when it comes to RTS games. That's a weird looking guy. Did he kill a High Mountain Tauren and just like steal his horns? Or is this just how he looks all the time? Did you guys hear that? Almost like a really weird war hornet. This is a weird pull. We also got a treasure over to my right hand side I want to check out. Oh, it's the Vermin Parade that he cast. Why is there a treasure over here? Oh, I see it. I see the treasures. Alright guys, let's go this way. Let's go this way. I'm going to do a big pull here. Got a big pull here. Got this. Got that. We have a few Azerite shards. Perfect. Nice. This is a nice substantial pull that'll... You definitely want to use your resources. So having a healer, like, I want to use that as much as I can. Oh no. Oh no. Can I charge? Yep, I can charge out of that. Perfect. I didn't have enough time to just walk out of it. You were set on Shaman, but you want to have a tank DPS heal option, so you're leveling a Monk now. Hopefully you're somewhat okay in BfA. Monks are really good when we talk about raiding. When we talk about Mythic Pluses, they're not used as much, unfortunately, in the competitive scene. But that doesn't mean that they're not strong. Like, Brewmaster Monks are very strong. The way that they take in damage is just, you know, it's insane. It's just they're not as speedy as some of the other classes. Oh, here's Alliance. I see Alliance on my minimap. Let's go mess them up. Let's go do it. Okay. Where are they? Where are they? There they are. There they are. Do they have a healer? They have... They do not have a healer. They have 2 mages and a tank. I missed that stun. He blinked right before that stun landed. That is nonsense. Alright, so let me build up a little bit of rage here. I want to do some critical hits. Oh, my DPSer is over here destroying one of the mages. There it is. Crits. Crits. Not enough, guys. Prot warriors aren't hitting hard. There it is. I interrupted that. Hey, if I interrupted his shattering shard, why is this Aqua Bolt off cooldown immediately? It doesn't interrupt the School of Magic, just the one specific spell. That's... I don't know if that's intended in this artificial PvP. This fake PvP is too fake. This is not realistic for me. There it is. Take that reflection. Come on. Got it. Got it. Now we can take this. And this guy right here. And in fact, if we really wanted to, we could take another one. Alright, there it is. Now we've got a decent pull going. We're also going to get a DPS buff by killing this Fathom Claw guy right here. He's going to drop that buff that heals us, gives us a little bit more deeps. Since I don't have a melee guy, I can, you know, run around like a crazy person and be fine. There's my interrupt. We're also going to get some Azerite on this island behind us, some Azerite right here. All sorts of things. We're doing big things. You've played all the tanks and you just find that Blood Decay is your favorite, then Warrior, Monk, and others. Yeah, I mean, Blood Decay is in a very, very good spot. What I really like about Blood Decay is that there's something about them. Like, their class fantasy fits with the way that they play right now. Like, they're just supposed to be this unkillable machine that slowly walks up to you and takes you out, right? And more so in the BfA Alpha right now, where they can't be snared, they can't be stunned below a certain amount. Like, they're just slowly gonna make their way to you. You know, like, they're back from the dead. They don't have a time schedule. They're gonna catch up to you. They're gonna get you, and they're gonna win. So I think that class fantasy is pretty cool, and they're definitely leaning towards that a little bit more heavily in the BfA Alpha. Cool. So I'm gonna let my guys take over all these treasures. Look, there's one up here. One down there. What I did start seeing, at least in this island, it looks like there's less of those like special events. I haven't seen keys or torches or shovels yet. They might be changing them around and how they drop and how they spawn. I want to drag this guy way over here. Let me pull these 9 elites and this 1 elite. We've got Alliance very close too. But there are, so with this like artificial AI that they have, there are some groups that don't want to fight you. So if you get close to them, they're actually going to run away. Now this group has a tank and no healers. So I'd imagine that this group of Alliance don't really want to fight. So even though we're really close to them, they don't have like rogues or anything. I don't think this is going to be one of those groups that's going to be aggressive towards us. So while they are very close, I'm not scared that they're going to jump on us and gank us right now. Like, look at that. They're just, you know, they're minding their own business. So yeah, there are some groups that are aggressive and other groups that not so much. We do have a portal over here too. I like taking these portals. Let's go see what the boss is. Alright, we've got some dust winds. These air elementals are barely visible. Barely visible. So yeah, again, I'm not going to be too worried about Alliance coming to gank us. I don't think this is one of those groups. Normally, I have had the group that has the rogue, and those guys are aggressive. Very aggressive. Alright, let's jump into this. I want to go in here. Oh, these transitions. Nice! This is... Oh. I wanted to click the boss, and I clicked the portal. Go back, go back, go back. Alright, let's see what this boss does. Arcing Slash. No, jump out of the way. Okay. He does a knockback right here, and then he's going to do a frontal cone? No, okay. This targeted texture area is a little bit different than some of the other ones. Oh, there's the slash. Are we missing our... Yeah, we're missing our DPSer. Warlock is not here. Here's the AoE. Here's the frontal cone. You guys can see on the map, he's under us. So this is like up in the air on the island. So if I look down here, oh, I can't see the island down there, but it should be somewhere down there. Like, that's where the island is. Unless they made us go under, no. So there's our Warlock. We got the DPS in here now. Now, Alliance can also jump in here and try to take us out. And if they kill us, then they basically get all of our damage for free on the boss, because the boss becomes tagged to them if they kill us. And he doesn't recover HP. He doesn't like, doesn't evade glitch or anything like that. He just, you know, becomes their target. So I want to see how much is in one of these loot chests. Let's see. 250. That is insane. That is insane. They're making a game about removing unsightly skin growths. What? There's all sorts of games. There was one on the DS called like something Surgeon that you also needed to jump in and, you know, do surgery on people. You thought heroic dungeons would scale as well while leveling? You were talking about in this alpha? Right now the heroic dungeons are not available. They, you know, they're in the menu to show that they're gonna be implemented eventually, but as of right now, there's no way to queue up for them. Unless it's just because I haven't leveled a toon beyond 114 or something like that. But they keep adding new stuff, and like, if I want Azerite armor, I gotta create a new toon. Your old toons that you created without Azerite armor, they don't work. I think this is it. 20 Azerite left, and we win. Doesn't even matter what we kill at this point. There's a treasure chest over here. If we kill an elite, we win. Here we go. Here's an Azerite shard. This is going to be the win for us. I think this is 25. 75. That's it. Got it. Island's done. Why can't you post on my Twitch channel? I don't know. There's somebody, Invasive is over there talking, and Kyreek, he's in there typing as well. I don't have anyone banned or anything. You should be able to. It's Warcraft? That's gross, man. That is disgusting. You're looking forward to playing more Demon Hunter and tanking in BfA? Yes. Demon Hunters are looking real good. Nah, Brian, you're good, man. You're good. You'd like to do Mythic Plus, BGs, arenas, and definitely raiding? You still can, but if you want to like let's say you want to compete in the MDI, Brewmaster Monk is probably not going to be for you, but Windwalker Monk is going to be amazing. So regardless, since you're going to pick a class that has different roles, you're going to be able to play one of those roles for sure. So while you might not be able to tank competitively for the MDI as a Brewmaster Monk, you can DPS very, very competitively. So it just really depends on you. Why Chaos? Why? The class fantasy for DK is amazing. Yeah, I like it. Been a blood DK since Mist. That's when you started. You once were in a group where everybody died except for you, and you tanked the boss by yourself. That always feels very epic when you're like the last one alive. I remember my first heroic Gul'dan kill. Everybody died except for the other tank, a paladin, Glock. And he actually survived for like the last, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3%. It was one of those cases where we thought we're not going to make it. He's got 2 or 3% left. He's a tank, but he survived it. First heroic Gul'dan kill. That was my AOTC. Favorite tank for you is Paladin, Blood DK, Druid, and Warrior. Why is Warrior so low on the list? You need a guild to play with. There's a lot of people that are going to be recruiting in BfA. As soon as BfA goes live, you can basically join a guild. So as soon as BfA goes live, if you are one of the first people that leveled up, you're going to be able to join a guild. You're going to say, hey, I'm a level 120 tank. I'm looking for people to dungeon crawl with. And if they're a good guild, then they'll be like, hey, you know what? We're also going to be running into raids, and we could use you. And when we talk about progression rating, every now and then on progression rating, it's a little bit easier with 3 tanks rather than 2. So you can definitely, you know, squeeze your way in somewhere. Demon Hunter was fun, but you didn't like Met? What? So there's PvE mixed into this PvP type shiz. Yeah, man. Islands are gonna be. I think I'm gonna really enjoy islands, but they have to make the rewards kind of worth it. Right now, islands unfortunately don't even have their currency implemented because I have another character that before they implemented this weird currency, I bought a bunch of these items, and so I can use these. These are for islands, but right now they made it so that you can't actually buy these anymore. But these items are pretty cool. Been tanking since EQ. Nice. I'll see you later, Pharaoh Druid. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Still have 1 week before you can name change. Oh, back to Dragula. What's up, Sargarik? How you doing? No chaos. No chaos. No Warcraft. Let's not. No. Only because you have not played your warrior this expansion. Too many tunes. Yes. And this expansion was not very focused for alts in the very beginning. It just wasn't. You know. Truth be told, it was very bad for alts. How does warrior feel in BfA? You've got the alpha. I haven't tried it yet. Right now, it's not that amazing. And Dragula, confidence just comes from playing the class enough. You know. Like if you tell me to tank on a Brewmaster Monk, I'm not going to be that confident because I don't know how. Have I noticed that the global cooldown that the global cooldown nerf that Blizz implemented? Yes, I noticed it a lot. A lot. Your warrior's still at level 100. You can bring him up now. You're good. You've got a few months. You got to do the prot warrior challenge, right, Brian? Only other way to get that confidence to hop in and do it. Yep. Make the mistakes. Something that I've seen that it really helps out is LFR, because you still get the big mechanics, and so even though the mechanics aren't going to one-shot you, you have to correct yourself. So let's say you're doing Kingaroth on LFR. Well, whenever he throws out his Forging Strike, make sure you have active mitigation up. In LFR, even if you don't have active mitigation up, you're going to be fine. You're going to survive. And at the end of the day in LFR, it doesn't matter too much, but you need to be strict on yourself. So go into LFR, and if you mess up your active mitigation uptime for that Forging Strike, correct yourself. And keep doing LFR until you play well, until you have things down. And then jump into a normal mode, and you're going to have, you know, PvE is a lot of a dance, right? Like, you got to do this, you got to have one charge of this ready. When this happens, taunt off at these many stacks, move the boss over here. So the biggest problem is learning the dance, and then once you learn the dance, implement it in higher difficulties. What's up, Hex? Demon Hunter seems to not be affected by the global cooldown anyways. Not as badly, because right now Demon Hunters in Live and Legion, they are also they don't have too many things that are off the global cooldown besides Demon Spikes. And for all of the tanks right now, active mitigation is off the global, but there was a few things that got thrown on the global. Like Recklessness is on the global now. I mean, I don't have Ignore Pain anymore. It feels bad, man. But yeah, there's definitely that global cooldown nerf. And Demon Hunters didn't have a lot of things besides Demon Spikes that were off the global, so they're less affected because of it. You're itching to level your mage? Oh, I feel you on that. I've been wanting to level up a mage for a while. I'm considering using my level 110 boost on a mage, but I already have like a level 81 mage. I just feel like I should just use that one. I should just keep leveling that up. Would you review my viewer logs to maybe help and to show where they can improve? If you join the community Discord, I have a channel there that's called like Review My Logs or something. Let me see. Let me take a look at the community Discord. There's one called Help Me Tank. So if you want to post your logs on there in the community Discord and ask some people for help, I'll probably be in there, and I'm sure some other people would be more than happy to take a look. You've been playing 2 locks and they're awesome. The mages are faster. Demon Hunter Vengeance got something new on Alpha. Yes, they have. Oh, actually, Heck, since you were here last week, I don't think they've gotten anything since last week. We can take a look. Actually, let's take a look right now at Vengeance Demon Hunters. Oh, but as far as how do warriors feel right now, everything that's happened to warriors, if they've taken away things, right? We got Ignore Pain taken away. Our rage generators generate less rage, and our rage spenders cost more rage. So it feels bad. We're generating less rage while everything costs more, and our Ignore Pain is gone. So as of right now, warriors are in a very bad spot. Everything has been a negative change. I'm just waiting for them to give back. I'm waiting for those changes where they start finalizing the class and they go, never mind, you know what? We're going to bump up the rage generation of Shield Slam back up to 20 again. We're going to bump this up. We're going to bump that up. Here you go. Here's this ability. This is the ability that's going to be replacing Ignore Pain. So you get to play around with that. You know, I'm waiting for those things. I want to see those things. Islands the stream. Thank you, HexGen. Thank you. Make it stop? I know. That's how I feel about the changes to warriors. So as far as, let's see, I don't see any changes to what we've already seen. Fracture replaces Shear just like it used to. 25 pain, 2 charges. Feed the Demon is the new one. That's our artifact weapon ability thrown in here. I mean Gluttony. It's Gluttony, not Feed the Demon. Sorry, Gluttony. Chance to activate meta for 5 seconds. Spirit Bomb doesn't replace Soul Cleave anymore. Soul Barrier, Void Reaver is just that new one that we're getting. And that's about it. As far as abilities, I don't see any more abilities being added. And with this, we still get that lovely bubble. I like this. I like this bubble that Vengeance Demon Hunters get a lot, actually. You can even... So, I think the biggest weakness I've seen in Vengeance Demon Hunters is the fact that when you run into a brand new pack and you don't have something... If you don't have pain saved up and you don't run in with demon spikes, you can take a big spike of damage. Just a really big burst of damage. So if you time this bubble correctly, you can ideally run into a brand new group with a nice bubble on. Kind of like a Prida's bubble or something. And I really like that ability. You're burnt out on WoW. You've been playing since TBC as a main hunter. Switch to the main healer, let's just say not very successful. Dude, yeah, this expansion for healing, it's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've played all 3 roles. I've played a tank, I've played a DPS, I've played a healer, and I've got to tell you that healing is the most stressful job this expansion. Why is it only this dungeon lately? Blizzard, why are you doing this to us? You were benched and you were looking to reinvent yourself and you're thinking tank will force you to learn fights. Yeah, man, tanking's fun. The biggest changes I think for Vengeance Demon Hunters is the fact that Spirit Bomb now costs pain, but also has a maximum amount of soul shards it can use. You know, there's little changes like that. Let's knock these guys out. You're so far behind with tanking as it comes to Mythic Dungeons, Raider IO. Yeah, don't worry about ranking at this point. At this point, what you should do is learn the classes, because like when Legion came out, they reinvented a lot of classes. Like everything was changed up. Things are very different. But BfA comes out. They're more focused on the new things that they're adding. They're more focused on islands. They're more focused on these other things, all these other mechanics, to the point where there's not going to be like a crazy amount of changes to most tanks. Now there are going to be changes, but not to the point where you're going to have to completely relearn the class. You might have to relearn your rotation a little bit, different talent build, something like that. But I would highly suggest, if you want to play a tank, learn it in Legion right now, and you're going to be like 80% of the way there. Like 80% of the way there. You're going to be good. Just gonna get a big pull going here. Might as well knock these guys out. They're a bunch of non-elites with 2 regular elites, so no big deal. Correct the whip. Can't heal. Oh, dude. Yeah, healing is intense this expansion. I hadn't played a healer in a very long time. Oh man. We got a body pull. We got a body pull. It had more to do with you being lazy and tanking scares you. Man, tanking's not that bad. Tanking's not that bad. You are basic, like when you run into a dungeon, into a Mythic Plus, as a tank, you're expected to set the pace. You're expected to kind of lead the way, but it's not as terrifying as it seems at first. I promise you, it seems more terrifying than it is. Look at this guy. This guy's over here pulling for me. That's probably, if you want to make your tank angry, that's one of the easy ways of doing it. Alright, so I threw my bubble out on this guy. Oh no. People jump around like little rabbits in these dungeons, and you can't in a dungeon like this. This dungeon has mobs everywhere. You start jumping around like a rabbit like that, you're just gonna end up pulling everything. Just stay in place. Even if you're ranged and the mobs are hugging you, they're hugging your face, most of these mobs don't cleave. Just, you know, don't freak out. You'll be okay. You're limited on space. Your birthday is April 9. You asked Blizzard Jam for Alpha, but he gave you only birthday cake. Oh man, that sucks. Well, hopefully you get. Oh no, April 9th. It already happened, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, if Blizzard ever did stuff to kind of like give away keys and do those kind of giveaways, you know, we'd be giving away keys on this channel. But unfortunately, they don't do that. They've never done key giveaways, which I think is not that great, guys. To be. Oh, I got the CC, but then of course somebody broke it. All right. Let's see. Is my fear going to last on it? My fear is going to last on it. Okay. Nobody touch the jockey. Never mind. They touched the jockey. They broke the fear. Oh, I was gonna say that brand isn't gonna go on him, but it did. That sigil of flame almost missed. Put a plant pot on my head? What? What? What are you talking about, Chaos? You're very familiar with Blood DK and just not boss mechanics. They're not that bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not. I don't think that playing a tank is like the hardest thing you can do in this game. It takes timing. That's you need to be good at timing. But even then, you can. You know, everybody has a learning curve, so it's not like you have to be good at timing the first time you jump in there. Even, you know, I make mistakes. I still make mistakes to this day. Like the other day on Garathi, I thought my co-tank had the tanking debuff, and it was me, and I messed up, and then there was bombs in melee, and a few people died. So yeah, there's still mistakes that are made, man. It's all about just learning it and learning how to tank it, but the only, I guess this, oh god, why are these body pulls jumping around like crazies? He's like jumping around on these things, body pulling the things that are behind these buildings. The biggest thing is that when you make a mistake as a tank, it's obvious. People know you made a mistake. You didn't taunt off at the right amount of stacks. That means that you're why all these pulls? I'm glad I'm on my Demon Hunter so that I can deal with all this. I threw my bubble out on this guy both to get aggro on him and to get that bubble, so a little bit of defense, a little bit of aggro holding. This guy's bouncing around here. I can do this to him. Perfect. I also really like Demon Hunters because they have their own CC, and that's nice. Like, as a tank, every now and then you start seeing the battlefield and you're like, this thing needs to be taken care of. Either somebody needs to aggro him and interrupt him or CC him, and as a Demon Hunter, you can CC whatever you want. It's so nice. Hey, these jockeys now have the proper threat tables. You enjoy healing a lot. It's very hard sometimes and very easy. Yeah, like this week for healing, it's gonna be a nightmare because depending on who your tank is, your tank might let their necrotic stacks build up and then yell at you because you can't heal them, but it's because the necrotic stack. So healing can be a bit of a nightmare depending on who your tank is, especially certain weeks. Grievous is also another week that's not fun to be a healer. Let me make this guy run all the way over here. Come on. Just chase me. Chase me. Guess not. Am I only using Spirit Bomb? For the most part, I'm using Spirit Bomb because it still heals me, but every now and then I do have enough shards to use Soul Cleave. I'm using Soul Cleave whenever I start getting a little bit low, or whenever I'm capping out on pain. Like if I'm capping out on pain a little too much, I'll use Soul Cleave. So like right now I have way too much pain. I'll use a Spirit Bomb, use a Soul Cleave, and then there it is. I'm back down to like almost empty. And then here it is. Let me do a Spirit Bomb. Let me do a Spirit Bomb right now. So it's normally 2 fractures, 1 Spirit Bomb, but every now and then you do get a little bit more pain generated. So every now and then, yeah, you do Soul Cleave to kind of fill in the gaps. I don't know if I'm doing it optimally, to be completely honest with you, but without Recount or SCADA, it's a little harder to see. You can install logs, but you know, they could also just change everything. I think that bomb's gonna blow up on me. I don't think it's gonna hit the tank. Is it? Oh. Okay, so in order for the bomb to hit the tank, I mean the boss, it literally has to make contact with it. If it lands on the ground, it's gonna blow up and hit you. So that's how that works. Okay. Good to see. Good to see the difference between both. Uh-oh. Are we gonna blow up? Please? Okay, the bomb's disappeared. Perfect. Me, Preach, and Towley are my favorite. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Preach and Towley, very talented people. Usually as a tank, though, they want you to be raid leader and know what... You have to take somewhat of a leadership role, because as a tank, you can see a lot of things. So as a tank, you can normally see who's standing in what places. And I say normally because every now and then there's that one boss where you have to stand right up against a corner and you don't have the right camera angle. So usually, however, not necessarily. Uh-oh. Yeah, this pull got a little insane. I don't think I need to use my meta for it though. Also, when I pull them in together with my Sigil of Chains is normally when I start soul cleaving a little bit heavier, just to guarantee that I'm getting those hits off, rather than if I press Spirit Bomb without like knowing if I have soul fragments up, you know, won't do much. Alright, let's do this. These pulls with Demon Hunter can get a lot more intense than they can with a Prot Warrior. Pull all the things, dude. We're doing all the things right now. Let me do this. Get a silence going on these guys. Like right now, I got a few more soul cleaves going rather than spirit bombs, and that's just because my HP was dipping a little bit lower. Now my fiery brand bubble is up, but at this point I want to save it. At this point, most of the pull is dead. Let me just kind of save it. This is also a sapper. They're all just going to drop bombs. Just like that. Okay. So, let me do a big pull here. I didn't mean to pull that big. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Why? That was 5 pulls in one with these guys, by the way. These giant like ATV things. They stun. They stun. So pulling 2 of them is just too much. You love monks so much, but you can't stand stagger. Or when you do it, you manage. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Who left? Oh, a DPSer. That's fine. Why are these things still aggro to us? That's the real question. Oh, no. Oh, no! No! That stun! It's gonna make me proc my free meta. There's my free meta. Let me just heal up. Let me get the hell out of here. Time to start kiting. Time to kite. Pick up my soul fragments a little bit. Alright, so that Sigil of Silence I threw out there saved my life because these extractors, look at that. That's their stun. That power through. And that, oh man, that's deadly. You don't want too many of these guys going off on you. That's what made this pull as terrible as it was. Those damn things. Alright, we somehow made it out alive. Looking for a guild to learn with. You feel like almost no tanks understand necrotic. That's I agree with that statement. Every time I'm on my healer with just a random pug, it seems that way. It seems that way. And people love to yell at the healer like, "Why can't you look at your healing per second? It sucks." And you're like, "How am I supposed to get any healing per second off when you're taking 70% reduced heals? How?" We're probably gonna get this as a body pull. Oh! Wow. You had to yell at a tank that was under geared and he thought he was you running +7. He started pulling everything. Ouch. Ouch. You think on BfA Demon Hunter will be more fun? You'll see Demon Hunter expansion. Yeah. You'll be a Demon Hunter on expansion where we don't have demons. There's also that, but what if all of the like old god things count as demons? What if like all the tentacles are gonna be like, yeah, demon tentacles? Then we'll have all the demons. So if you guys didn't actually see that either, there's this one demon hunter who plays a tank. He's a Vengeance Demon Hunter and he likes to solo things. And he soloed a +15 Cathedral of the Eternal Night on time. And I think one of the biggest things that helped him is that as a demon hunter, when you kill a demon, you get a damage buff. So he can keep that damage buff going really well in that dungeon. So that +15, I mean, look, that +15 is crazy that he was even able to do it as a solo tank. But I think, I think things like that really helped out. And utilizing your class on every little passive that nobody else thinks about anymore, it's insane. It's insane that I believe she was able to do that. Soul Cleave spam, yeah, that was a lot of Soul Cleave spam on that pull. That previous pull with all those excavators, that was too much. You're a casual, but you're willing to be taught. You're willing to learn. All right, let's do this. Let's pull them all together. For a second there, I thought I was playing my warrior. I hit my thunderclap button. Too many tanks, guys. Too many tanks. So there was a little bit of Soul Cleave spam there instead of Spirit Bomb. and that's just because I saw my HP dipping a little bit. That's the right mentality to have. I agree. Willing to learn is the biggest thing. There's a lot of people who, just because they've been playing this game for a long time, they feel like they can't be taught anything else. But truth be told, this game gets very different every time there's a new patch, every time there's a new expansion. Like, the game basically becomes a brand new game every single time we got something new like that. Oh man, why? We didn't even CC anything. All right, we're just doing things today. We're just jumping in. You know that you mess, you're not meant to take that as a DPSer, as in pull all the mobs over aggro. Yeah, that happens. Skittish week is one of those weeks where sometimes I'll join a pug and there's one DPSer that pops every single DPS cooldown as soon as I pull the trash mobs. And you know, the trash mobs might be like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 mobs with like 2 casters. I'm trying to clump them up. I'm trying to get them in a group together. And then, you know, you have somebody trying to top the meters, and it's like, wait, stop, please. Like, we're all gonna die. This aggro's gonna bounce around if you don't let me just pick it up first. All I need is 2 globals. Give me 2 globals, and we're good. So let's kill these guys that are enraging. The group is really trying to burn down the boss, but these Earth Ragers are going to be doing a lot of damage to the group members. You get to do that free reign as a tank. In fact, right now is your job to do that. To learn, yes. Right now is the perfect time to learn as a tank. Get in there and just start doing like +4s, you know? Just start doing +4s. Do LFR first, get some gear, and then go in there, start doing like +4s, +5s. So if you were to take a step into tanking in BfA, what would I recommend? Demon Hunter, Monk, or Prot Warrior? If you're gonna take a step into tanking for BfA, I would suggest Death Knights or Feral Druids. They are the most forgiving. Like, if you're not familiar with tanking, those are gonna be the classes that are more forgiving. Because now, like, DKs aren't as forgiving when it comes to maintaining active mitigation uptime, but they have plenty of other things that they can do to make up for that. So DKs and Guardian Druids are going to be forgiving. Like, you can mess up your rotation, you cannot have, like, even if you don't have exact timing, you'll be good. You'll be good. You can still survive things. You don't have to worry about it too much. Even if you use your rage or your runic power on something that maybe you shouldn't have at that exact moment, you'll still be fine. You'll survive. So I would say those 2 classes are a little bit more forgiving. You don't need to know your rotation exactly. Monks, you need to start worrying about learning how to stagger. You need to understand what stagger does, how it works. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, Soul Cleave spam. That was a lot of Soul Cleave spam. Now I have to throw my silence out there. Okay, so everything is silenced right now. I'm going to try to do a little bit more interrupting right now. Throw my fear to do a little mini stun. Perfect. We got the mastermind. See, this isn't that bad as it is on a warrior. I definitely wouldn't. If it's your first time tanking, you're barely learning tanks. As of right now, the way warriors look, they're going to be difficult. And even in Legion, warriors require timing on certain abilities. You need to be able to know when your active mitigation is going to have uptime or downtime. You need to manage that properly. You need to be on point when it comes to like spell reflex and being able to use them on exactly the right moment. Neltharian's Fury was another big one that was very time dependent, especially when we talk about like Kill Jaden and taking those claws. You know, there's a few things. There's a steeper learning curve Demon hunters are really fun when it comes to outdoor content, like questing with them and running dungeons, but when it comes to raids, they also require a little bit more finesse. So demon hunters might not be for the faint of heart when it comes to raiding. Now 5-man content, I can see that. You don't want to roll your druid, but also, yeah. And then if you don't want to roll druid, I'd say blood DK. If Blizz destroys this class, you think about warrior DK. Yeah, this class isn't destroyed at all. Like, it's doing really good. The biggest change you have to this class is that now instead of shear spamming, you pick up fracture, and your fracture is your shear. And what it's probably going to do is it's probably going to change around the way you do secondary stats. Haste is probably going to have a much bigger impact on demon hunters than it does in live, and that's about it, because you're going to want to be able to fracture spam whenever you want. So oh god, oh god, oh god, oh no, we did it. Okay, so again, we have a lot being pulled here, a lot of knockbacks, just a lot of stuff happening. So let's try to survive. I'm gonna pop meta right now. This is going to use up my meta. I'm gonna throw out my silence as well. I do want to silence a lot of these guys so that they don't keep doing those knockbacks. Oh, we've got another mastermind over here. So that's a lot of soul cleaving right now. Even if I don't have any soul shards up, the soul cleaves are just going to help kind of try to help me recover from all this, because this is just so much damage going out. Let's just hope that when BfA launches in live, these pulls aren't done on a Mythic Plus, because this will kill you. This will kill you if you do it on a Mythic Plus. This dungeon is going to be nightmare fuel for everyone. Alright. Let's take care of this guy now, because this guy is just about dead. There it is. We gotta take care of this guy. Alright, we're good. We're good. I can get back to you guys. You soloed a +2 hauls on your DK when you were only item level 924. DKs are like machine, but you like watching me on my warrior and demon hunter. Yeah, I put out that video when Legion first came out. If you guys were following me when Legion first came out, I was like in heroic level gear. I think my warrior was like item level 880, 870, something like that. Like my item level was very, very low, and I soloed a mythic +0 boss, and I was really proud of it. It took me a while with that amount of gear, like or lack of gear rather. I was like 880 or 860, something like that. And so I remember doing that, and that was difficult. But now with like the gear you have, you know, you can. I put out that video recently where I did that +13 boss or something. You know, it's a lot easier. YouTube whip it? What? We don't do whippets here. Yeah, you gotta kill your brain cells, man. Okay. How's my healer doing? My healer's got a decent amount of mana. We got a hunter here. Do you think someone's gonna body pull this? I think so. Let's jump in. A little bit of soul cleave just to help me pick up a little bit of AoE aggro. I just got my bubble for my searing brand, and Immo Aura is very important. It shatters, you know, it gives me soul fragments. It also with those soul fragments, I can basically heal from an Immo Aura indirectly, and it helps me maintain everything. It just helps everything stick to me a little bit better. A lot of people stream or record videos of Death Knights. It's nice to see a non-BK tunes. Yeah, I think you know, when you see a lot of people doing. Yep, look at this body pull. Called it. Called it. I don't think a lot of people play the bottom of the barrel, you know. A lot of it is fashion of the month. Most of the streamers I see are playing Guardian Druids or Blood DKs. Yeah, there's not much other variation with that. Or they're playing, you know, whatever DPSers. But I'm talking about tanks specifically, mostly Blood DKs and Feral Druids. Nobody likes to be the bottom of the barrel. Except for me, because I'm undead. Broken bones. One of the fun pleasures in life everyone should experience. Sitting on a Swiss ball. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Your druid was easy to pick up. You got your skin for that. Nice. I haven't actually even played Guardian Druid on live, to be honest. I played it here on the alpha, but on live, like max level 110, haven't touched it. Alright, gotta wait for our DPSer, a mage. Jump over, you can do it. You're bringing the Paladin back and making it cool again? Nice. Paladins and BfA look really cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. If my co-tank wasn't a Paladin, I would probably be doing Warrior Paladin. But Glock is a Paladin, my co-tank, so there's no need. If you have too many, you know, if you have 2 Paladins, 4 Barons, you know, I might mess up a bump rotation by throwing out my forbearance or my bump on him, getting forbearance on him soon. Lay on hand, something like that. So I think you can run into more problems running double Paladin than it is helpful. So I'll probably do Warrior Demon Hunter. We'll see. DPS in this group is really good. You just uploaded 2 videos this morning. I gotta upload This Week in Mythic Plus after this goes live. Sorry, it was a little bit delayed this week, guys. I was doing really fun things, so I wasn't able to get it done yesterday. I was doing all the fun things when I was doing my taxes. Ooh, taxes? Please tell me more. You've been waiting on my this week? Yeah, man. I was, you know, just had to get that done this, you know, if you guys haven't done it, if you guys live in the US, deadline is Sunday. So, you know, get it done. Get it done. I know, Brian. I know, man. Taxes, you know, just, Brian, please. Your accountant does that for you. Having to file any kind of like claims when it comes to like the YouTube revenues or anything like that, it's filed very differently and it's filed like if you have a lot of like a small business, self-employment, so it's very specific the way you have to get it done. Oh no, the mine! Why are you hitting this guy when you could be hitting the mine and letting your teammates not die? Tuesday? No, the 15th is the last day for taxes. April 15th. That's Sunday. Oh, you got your refund back in February? Yeah, you didn't procrastinate like me. You didn't procrastinate as much as me. We don't need this guy. Why the things? Hey. This hunter pulled for me and I accidentally kited the bomb into his face. It was an accident, guys, I swear. Why are we going that way? There's more things that way. There's more. We can't skip the last piece of trash if we go that way. You wanted to get the cash because you had things to buy? Yeah, for sure. I understand. Sure, an accident. Where's this hunter? I promise, guys, I don't, you know, kill people on purpose. You know, one time we may have been pugging a DPS, and he may or may not have gotten really ugly with one of our guildies, and I promise you I didn't take the Garathi bombs to his face. It wasn't me. I don't know who did it. You know. So we picked up a random DPS for a pug DPS for one of our runs. We had a fewer people showing up now that BfA is around the corner. So we picked up a DPSer, and he started cussing out one of our guildies, and I may have said in Discord, everybody get away from him because bombs are going to land on his face. And yeah, I plead the fifth, but I may or may not have leaped on top of him and made the bomb land on his face. I don't know. That's what the combat logs say I did, but I don't remember. I don't remember. Uh-oh, who's this bomb gonna be on? Oh! I killed him! The hunter decided to kill himself by pulling that bomb. Well, you know, Bryant, like, you join a guild for their guild run, and all of a sudden you're gonna start cussing out someone for no reason and calling them all sorts of things. It's like it's like 9 against 1. All right, let's take care of this boss. Wait, where's this hunter? This hunter still... He's gonna pull this, isn't he? Oh, no, there he is. Come on. We gotta do things. It's like a rocket that's gonna go out. That's a very... That rocket's supposed to, like, go into space. Okay. That hunter thought it was a valorous move to jump on the grenade. He's like, I got this, guys. And then it's like, oh, wait. Aspect of the turtle. And he was like, no, no, no. I got this. But you can survive if you aspect of the turtle. I said no. I'm gonna do this for us. There's no need to die. Ow. A rocket hit me. Here's a Gatling gun again. It seems like he rotates to the right a lot more than to the left, but he can honestly rotate either way. I've seen him do both. I've seen this wannabe Trilliax guy do both. Alright, let's pick up these guys. Alright, so if he targets me... Oh, this is going to be a one-shot. Look at this. He's just going to take himself down in one shot. Very nice. Come on. Who's he targeting? He's targeting me. Perfect. There you go. There you go. There you go. All of them. All of the things. Quickly get this done. That's going to be the difference between getting like a +3 and a +2 on a timer and a Mythic Plus. It's do you get lucky with him putting the bombs on the ground. Uh-oh, the homing missile isn't... What's wrong with the homing missile, guys? See, oh, he had to move and then it hit him. So when you get the homing missile, stack on top of the boss and it glitches out to where it can't hit you. New strats. Turtle parts were blown all over the place. I hope not. That's not how aspect of the turtle works. Alright. Hey, there's finally... I almost thought I was going to be able to loot this guy. I've never been able to loot that guy. His body explodes. Alright, let's leave this. Alright, guys. We are going to take our 10-minute break so that I can hop on over to live. This can get separated between the other recordings. And we're going to do some Mythic Plus keys. What's up, nerds? Nerds, you showed up right as we're going to switch on over. So... I'm going to stop the stream. It's going to go offline for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back with live so that we can do some rip keys. And this week is pretty damn difficult. Not going to lie to you. Alright guys, I will see you in 10.